it's Yuri from WAN. Have you ever wanted to work in an anime studio? Have you ever thought about what you might need or have to be able to get into that studio? Surprisingly enough, it's not just drawing and animating skills. Here are 10 things our animators discovered they needed to develop to become a well-rounded animator. Tracing. The beginning of any anime journey is in-betweening, and it requires a lot of tracing. In-betweeners need to be able to trace a keyframe with great accuracy to the pixel, or else the entire motion could be thrown off. Sharp eyes. Animation involves a lot of frames, most often just the same thing or character over and over again. And it's easy to miss all the small details when it's repetitive like that. Animators need to be able to spot continuity errors and ensure that the character design is still 100% on model or accurate. At the time, you need to develop sharp eyes to spot missing details and mistakes.
NANI?!
Problem solve it. Drawing and tracing are somewhat easy for an artist, but anime, like any production, has a lot of complicated steps before our animators get to the parts that they're familiar with, the art side. When a cut is delivered to our studio, we have to correctly identify which parts are instructions, memos, corrections, and keyframes, or else we'll have to do it all over again. Not to mention some keyframes have complicated moving parts and still parts that we call parent and child. These are all challenging to figure out at first. Long and complex timesheets with overlapping parts also have a steep learning curve. Animators need to have something like puzzle solving skills to be able to correctly interpret and piece together the cuts that they receive. Not to mention the cuts that we receive are usually in Japanese. If you like anime, you know the basics, but it's still quite difficult when there's kanji involved. 4. Communication skills. Like most jobs, working in an animation studio or anime studio means working with other people. And if you don't have good communication skills, a lot of work can be lost or frustrating to do. Being reliable and open is a good skill to have, so your coworkers can trust you to be able to finish your part and even help out when the deadlines crunch down. Having a missing part in a cut because someone went home without telling anybody is a nightmare for any animator. Endurance. A good animation team means less crunch time, but it's still a job that requires endurance and focus. If you get bored and distracted easily because you're tracing something over and over again, and you'd rather be on your phone for 30 minutes and have a coffee break that lasts 1 hour, those deadlines can sneak up to you. Not to mention your supervisor can sneak up to you. Good health. Good posture is also a must for animators, as drawing for prolonged periods of time like this can lead to cramps, pain, and slowing you down. Maintaining relaxed shoulders, not straining your neck, making sure you do not overwork your wrist, as well as standing up and stretching is very good camera work. In your anime journey, you can choose your job class as a layout artist, which requires a good grasp on perspective and knowledge of how cameras work. You need to be able to lay out the scene like a cameraman in a movie, and you need to be able to draw accurate perspective. Luckily, we have perspective readers now to help us out. Acting. Animation is capturing real human movements, and often animators need to be able to act those out in their head naturally and accurately to To get a better grasp, we often act it out physically. Not only do you have to capture the movements, you also need to understand your character, the one that you're drawing, and reflect their personality onto their emotions. It's like an actor getting to their character's headspace. Time management. It's easy to lose track of cuts you're assigned or have assigned to others when you don't manage your time as well. If you have a good production manager though, stuff like that won't happen. But it's good to be able to hold the line yourself just to make sure that those deadlines again don't creep up on you. Passion. Any kind of work can lead to burnout. If you do not love what you're doing and if you're not determined to learn and grow. After all, if you don't love it, you won't keep doing it. That's 10 things you need to know and have before you go to work in an anime studio. At least that's how it is in one. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos that show a closer look into the world of anime and our animators. Bye-bye!